Hello and welcome to another inspiring episode of Career Success. Today we bring you stories of triumph, resilience and determination on the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and only 100% motivational TV station, broadcasting live from the School of Eloquence in Ikoyi, Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Sunday Ewolabi and I am your host. Today I am joined by Dr. Derin Phillips, a renowned expert in real estate innovation and tokenization. As Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor on Development and Property Matters, Dr. Phillips is revolutionizing the real estate landscape in Nigeria through his groundbreaking work in blockchain technology with a unique blend of traditional real estate expertise and cutting-edge tech knowledge. Dr. Phillips is making real estate investment more accessible, secure, and transparent. Let's dive into his inspiring story and gain valuable insights from his remarkable career. Dr. Derin, welcome to Career Success.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. So how did you venture into real estate and blockchain?
So the concept of, I've always been a financial analyst, and one of the means of getting financial wealth or financial independence, I would say, is adding value. And one of the assets which you can add value and which you can, use to grow your wealth base is real estate. So on researching that, I just came across this concept called blockchain. Very simply, so I don't make matters complicated, blockchain is simply a platform by which kind of promotes transparency and accountability. Me and you, we decide we're going to buy this mug, for instance, now. As whatever terms we say, the cup is white, we're going to pay this amount, whatever we decide is going to be put into a smart contract. And that smart contract is going to be sent to everybody in this room, which will represent a ledger. So that means tomorrow I can come and say, it was a black cup you wanted to offer me, or it was, a plate, for instance. Everybody has a copy of that transaction, and that makes it very transparent. It makes it accountable. When you put it to real estate, what that means is tokenization can allow you to invest not only in small fractions, but then also everybody has a copy of that smart contract. So it means it's accountable, it's democratized, it's accessible, and it really revolutionizes the industry.
Wow, innovative. So when you hear tokenization in real estate, sounds very innovative, but again, stirs curiosity. So can you explain what tokenization is in the real estate context? Okay,
so now if we put it back to real estate tokenization, which is derived of the blockchain, what essentially that means is rather than taking 100 million naira to buy a property in Ikeja, I can use 100,000 naira to buy a token of that property. If everybody has tokens of, maybe I have 5 tokens in Ikeja, 2 in Ekpe, 1 in Ikoyi, 6 in Ikeja. What that means is if I want to create some liquidity, I can sell that token. I can sell maybe 2 of my Ikeja for 1 of your Ikoyi, for instance, now. And that creates a secondary market. So the whole point is a platform which you can, number one, and most importantly, raise finance for real estate projects, because we do have a massive housing deficit. So we do need alternative funds of financing real estate projects. So we've done that, but it also allows everybody to participate in the numerous gains of real estate investments.
Wow. So what inspired your pursuit of a career in not just in real estate, but in real estate innovation?
Yes, so currently I serve as a Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor on LSDPC matters. And LSDPC is mandated with the responsibility of development projects and, of also affordable housing projects in Lagos State. I actually got deeper into, I got appointed by that role because of the real estate tokenization. And it just reflects the, dynamism, the innovation of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the team's agenda in thinking outside the box to solve this, real estate deficits that we have.
See, so it's a pathfinder move. So how do you see its evolution in the real estate? Your innovation. How do you see its evolution? What are the experiences and what do you see moving into the future?
So I see, the internet as we currently know is based off Web 2. And blockchain technology is based off Web 3. So it's the future, I believe as a country, as a state, we do need, because we are a developing nation, so we do need to leverage on technology to catapult us to the developed status, solve many of our problems. We have maybe about, I think about 40 million housing deficits in Lagos, if I'm not mistaken. So we do need to think outside the box, because we can't use the traditional means. And technology, as it presents itself, and Web3 is the future which we have to leverage on to help our situation.
Yeah, great. Very inspiring. We will go on a break. Viewers at home, the secret of great men are in their stories. When we return on the Career Success today, we will ask Dr. Derin the challenges he has faced and how he has overcome them.
Are you in governance?
You need public speaking.
Are you in business?
You need public speaking.
Are you a professional?
You need public speaking.
Now you too can learn how to overcome nervousness and speak with confidence before any audience at the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Attend our practical and training one-on-one coaching with West Africa's only certified speaking professional at any of our centers in Lagos and Abuja.
To register, call 0802 3032 066 or 0706 1606 078, or log on to our website schoolofeloquence.org. School of Eloquence,
teaching the world to speak.
Keep on watching Achievement Channel. You guys are doing a great job.
Oh, Achievement Channel is the best. Achievement Channel is the best.
My name is Azu Ishekwene. I'm the editor-in-chief of Leadership. Keep watching the Achievement Channel if you want to be and continue to remain an achiever.
Yeah, welcome back. I still have with me in the studios Dr. Derin Phillips, the Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor on Real Estate Matters. He has been taking us through a lot of innovations and then the sustainability of those innovations. But we need to find out the challenges he has faced on this path and how he has been able to overcome them. So Dr. Phillips, I'm back to you. What are the challenges you faced towing this innovative part?
I think the biggest challenge I've faced so far is, I guess, education. You know, as with new technologies, you know, new innovations, you have to do a lot of education. People are not very familiar with the blockchain technology as it is. People are not, I mean, it boils down to, if we have a platform that is democratizing the accessibility of individuals to real estate, how many people can actually access the internet? You know, do they have the means to access the internet, and do they have the education? So what we're currently doing is educating people on the awareness of Web3 and, you know, the innovation that lies ahead. The federal government has put in place a lot of mandates, a lot of programs to empower people, especially in the areas of the technology and most particularly blockchain. Now there's been a national blockchain policy. In the previous years, it was illegal to, you know, operate on the blockchain and use crypto and all these other means associated with the blockchain. But now the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has consistently developed a national blockchain policy and consistently encouraged cryptocurrency, because it is the future. And you know, as a nation, with the many challenges we have, we need to think of innovative ways. So all means should be explored, you know, to ensure that we progress. And Web3 is a very crucial and very important phase. It's something that I would like to encourage everyone to at least know about and, you know, try to understand. I remember encouraging people to invest in Bitcoin maybe 10 years ago. You know, I was chanced to get an explanation into it, even though I didn't really understand it. But just the idea that there's a product that is limited in size, and then a lot of people are going to want it. So if you look at the laws of demand and supply, as long as the supply is fixed and the demand keeps rising, the value of it is going to increase. It does give you a little short story. The concept of money was that you had a piece of product. I wanted your watch, you wanted my clothes. What would happen is we would exchange. Barter system. Especially back in those days, it was then became cumbersome to carry large quantities of those items to get something of yours. So then what they said is, okay, let's use gold instead, right? I have this very important and, you know, valuable piece of material. If I give it to you, you know, you can carry it. But then when you're buying big properties, how you come up with so much gold? So I said, okay, no, better still, I'm going to keep this gold in a building. In that building, they're going to give me a document that says that I have 100 pieces of gold with them. So rather than me going to get the gold to get one horse from you or whatever it is, I'll give you this paper.
Yeah, legal tender. And
then you can go and get it. So that legal tender is money. That document is money. And then with that paper, people just, after a while, they didn't bother going to the bank. They didn't bother going to get the gold, and they just kept on exchanging it. But then the issue with the legal tender money is that rather than keep getting more gold to justify that paper, the gold was forgotten and governments will just print out money. Yeah. So which is why deflation happens and why the value of the currency will keep dropping, because it's just too much money chasing too few goods. So where we now find that cryptocurrency and essentially blockchain can change the game is that it is backed by a finite, let's say 1 million Bitcoin that's created, and that's it, it's done. I mean, I say because it's a distributed ledger, everybody has a copy of the fact that there's a finite amount of cryptocurrency, so the value keeps increasing because the demand for it keeps increasing, and that is why it forms. So the concept is to educate people on the benefits and the immense potential in blockchain technology.
So how is this educative process part of what we are doing right now on Career Success? How has it been going thus far? How do you see, what's your experience?
I mean, it's been tough. I won't come here and pretend like it's been a walk in the park. As with new technologies, a lot of people are familiar with what they know. But it's as I said, encouragements the federal government for institution national blockchain policy. That's been very instrumental in getting people to understand. SEC as well, Security Exchange, has actually created a digital asset class. So as you're trading treasury bills and trading bonds and all those other securities, you can actually trade digital assets as well. Even to operate in that, you have to get a license. So you can see the trajectory that the government has realized that, listen, this is a global trend. It's a phenomenon that is taking over, and there's a lot of potential in it. So it's to encourage people to read more about it, to understand, the only thing constant is change.
Yeah.
So it is here, whether you understand it or not, it is going to happen. So you might as well take the time to research, read about it, YouTube. There are a lot of platforms you can use to learn and understand this phenomenon.
Yeah. What advice do you have for young professionals who are interested in real estate and tech? Because your innovative ability to bring tech into the discourse is attracting a lot of young people.
I think the first advice I'll give is education. Not education in the literal sense. I mean, with ChatGPT, AI, YouTube, and all these platforms, you don't have to. You can educate yourself on these things quite easily and quite accessibly. So, spend time to educate yourself. Second of all, network. You really, in the real estate industry, your network is of extreme importance. LinkedIn, conferences, associations and groups. Just throw yourself out there, meet people, tell them what you're doing, tell them your aspirations, understand. I mean, there's nobody that would not accept you if you're adding value. And if you go to build a relationship with the idea of wanting to add value to them, it's a win-win. Go with the concept, the mindset of win-win. So I'm coming to offer value, I just don't want to take away from you. That is when you'll be able to form networks, that's when you'll be able to grow in the industry, and that's where you'll be able to thrive.
Yeah, great. So looking at the seamlessness with which you're churning out these things, it will now make it seem like owning a house or participating in the real estate value chain is just easy. Is it always that easy? Or
no. Nothing good comes easy. Let's just start off with that. Yeah. In this line, in this field, and I guess in success in general, it's hard work. That's the minimum entry into getting it. Your mind state has to be right. If you're going in with a quick win, even if that happens and you have some kind of extraordinary luck, it won't last. What you're trying to do is build a career that would last, 20, 30 years. And it is by the sheer grit, focus, determination, positive mindset, networking, meeting people, showing that you're adding value. That's what it takes. There's no quick wins here. But those that want to make quick wins would get frustrated and would probably leave. We see them all the time. But those who are here to add value, professionalism, right mind state is what will get you far.
Great. So now that we've established that it's not as simple as you look, it's actually hard work. How do you balance your roles and responsibilities? Because you know balance is key in life.
Yes,
so how
yes.
do you balance these things?
It is, first of all, there's no perfect situation. So I think there are seasons. There's some times when you are in the real estate sector and you're focusing all your effort on that. The times when you're, you know, in maybe your family responsibilities, maybe, you know, different aspirations. Myself as a life coach, what I do a lot is work with people in establishing a well-balanced life. And what that means is for you to look at all 12 areas of your life, which include friends, family, achievements, career, relationships, you know, spirituality, exercise and nutrition. You know, just look at those 12 key areas and identify where you want to be in a year, identify where you want to be in 6 months, in 2 years, in 10 years. Just set goals in those areas. So for instance, now in my nutrition, I want to be so kg, I want to reduce my blood pressure, I want to have, you just set whatever goals that are individual to you. And then when you set them in each of those areas, you then identify how you're going to get there. So the way forward. So in 6 months' time, I want to have made, you know, 5 network connections in my real estate ambition. So because of that, you know that in 2 months or in 3 months, you should have made 3 connections or 2 connections, you know. So you have a timeline, which is very important. And you identify how you're going to get there with steps. You know, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. But you have to take that step. And if you focus on the small wins, what would happen is they will not only encourage you on the way forward, but by the time you look back, you realize you've actually accomplished that much. But you must start up and you must keep going to achieve that balanced life.
I see. So, a nagging worry in the real estate experience, not just in Lagos, but around this part of the world, is the activities of middle men and women. Yeah, we call them middlemen, but they're also women now. So the activities of middlemen and women, Shylocks, if you like, who frustrates the relationship between a property owner and a would-be someone who wants to rent a property. So how does this, your innovation, solve this nagging problem?
That's a very good question. I mean, on the first basis, Lagos State government, through LASRERA, which is the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, has identified agents. So there's a process where they verify and, you know, filter through events before they can become qualified. So those are the people you should work with, either them or people in professional industry. Like in almost all industries, you don't work with quacks.
Yeah.
You know, you have to, if you go to a doctor, you have to make sure you go with a licensed doctor. You know, whatever field you want, they will meet people that would, you know, disappoint you. But you have to identify ways which you work with the Lagos State Real Estate Authority and different qualified agents. But in terms of the tech aspect of it, what that means is most people who want to get or play in the real estate sector, they would have to work with people to get to it. But, you know, with the power of the internet, not only, as I said, will you work in fractions, which I think is probably one of the most important things, but then you can also benefit in 2 ways. First, from the initial investments, so you buy a token out of a property you're interested in, but then also the secondary market, you can then start trading. So there's a lot you can get from that aspect. Like in all sectors, I'd advise you work with professionals to advise you and guide you through it. I personally never tell anyone to get in any real estate transaction without a lawyer who's a professional, and if possible, an accountant. An accountant might not be so necessary, but the lawyer is extremely important because you want to make sure your documents are certified. You want to make sure, you know, the appropriate search is done. You want to make sure it's done. So 2 ways to play it. You either work with the professionals to get in it, or you go via tech, which makes sure you have access to it, you know, instantly, and you don't need such huge capital.
See, so you sound like someone who is always looking into the future, because I'm sure maybe 5-10 years ago you said it, that you're already talking about this 10 years ago. So you think in decades.
Yes, I do.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? Fantastic question. Well, I mean, I have a personal mandate to transform lives. So any areas or aspects that involves, transforming lives, you find me there. Bigger platform to do the many things that I've been doing now, encouraging people via jobs, via grants and programs, via, this tech platform which I'm working on. It's to empower people. At the core of it is just to empower people. So I'm going to keep doing that, whatever situation I find myself in, regarding having a bigger platform to be able to do it, I'll avail myself. And, I'm here to serve the public, serve the people.
I see. So you see, there's this notion or this dominant attitude from people who are succeeding outside the public space. That's when I mean outside the public, I mean outside public governance space. Yeah, public governance space. So I'm doing very well in private sector. I'm doing my tech thing. Real estate is thriving. Life is just good. So some people are content operating in that space. They don't want to be encumbered with the nuances of public life, like you're in government. So is there any time we're going to find you? You like to transform lives. Is there any time we're going to find you in the public governance space? Just asking.
No, right now I'm serving in the public government space, senior special assistant. But I do have aspirations, and I have contested for a few positions. So I am open to, like I said, any platform that would allow me to be able to express myself and change lives is where you find me. It's a lifelong ambition. It's something I've been working on for the past years. My mother was Commissioner of Industry and Tourism, so I saw firsthand what it means to serve. And I did actually study government and politics all the way from my secondary school level right to masters. So I do have a very in-depth knowledge of what it means to serve the public, what it takes, the history, the nuances, the different policies, the ideologies, the whole spectrum. So being able to apply that to, any opportunities I get will be fantastic.
Yeah, career success is about transforming lives. So thank you very much for coming on Career Success
Thank you.
to transform lives.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you feel terrified when speaking before a group? Are you stressed when asked to present? Do you bore people when speaking? Are you stuck with reading word for word? How do you give a speech with polish? Learn how at the School of Eloquence,
the home of public speaking. Attend our practical coaching in public speaking. Call 0802 303 2066 or log on to schoolofeloquence.org.
School of Eloquence, teaching the world to speak.
We thank Dr. Derin Phillips for sharing his remarkable journey and insight with us today. His pioneering work in real estate tokenization is truly shaping the future of the industry. As we wrap up this episode of Career Success, we are grateful for his time and expertise. Don't forget to tune in next time for more inspiring stories and valuable lessons from exceptional professionals. Let's keep the conversation going. Follow at Achievement Channel on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for more inspiring stories and updates. Use the hashtag #WeSeePossibilities and share your own experiences. Until then, stay motivated and keep striving for success.